Everybody is international break. That means international football. This is what we're breaking for. It is Ukraine versus England. We're going to be watching the Three Lions. Come and join us for the next couple of hours on this unbearably warm day. Get involved. Say hello. It is watch along time. Ukraine versus England. Let yourself be known down there in the comments. Huge welcome. Hello, Nick, down there. We know it's a lovely sunny day, and we know we got some competition from some YouTubers playing down at the London Stadium as well. So we do really, really appreciate having you here. As I said, say hello down there in the comments. Get voting in the poll as well. Let us know who you think is going to win this one. 79% say England are going to win this game today against the Ukraine. Of course, it's not in the Ukraine, given the tensions over there. We are playing in Poland, and given that it's England and it's qualifying, they will be heavy, heavy favourites. Cole, welcome to you. James, speed has hit the bar trying to score past KSI. Goodness me. Fair play. Look, I'm a YouTuber myself. They've filled the stadium down there, haven't they? But hopefully we can have our viewers back in a few minutes when they are all done. Owen, good day to you. And John, afternoon to you, sir, as well. So let's go through the picture here. As you can imagine, don't know why we're not like this in major tournaments, but in terms of qualifying, England are just epically good, aren't they? And that is the case here. They've pretty much qualified already, haven't they? If we're really, really honest about it. England 4 wins from 4, and one of them was over Italy as well. So basically, knowing that they've still got to play Malta and North Macedonia again, a win today and they're on 15 points with 3 games to go, they are pretty much over the line, aren't they? Let's get back into the comments. Mikey, legend of the Blue Monday podcast. And Stevie is a legend. Look at that little icon by his name, because Stevie is a member on the channel. You can click join now. Get yourself some lovely perks. We chatted to Stevie very briefly in terms of his connection issues on the roundtable the other night. So really, really pleased. Thanks, Stevie, for signing up. You can do so for just £3 a month just to donate, and lots of other good stuff. And we will be hearing from Annie, and there he is indeed, at halftime as well. If you want super perks, you can actually come and join me at halftime in one of these. Oh, we're going to get straight into Southgate in or out, as we do every England watch along. Scott, afternoon to you, sir. Too many sugary drinks, Mikey. Absolutely. Ukraine to win, Maguire to score the winner. Stop it, Stefan. Shame about the Wi-Fi. We'll get it sorted for next time, Stevie, but great to have you as a member. Let us know your predictions. We'll actually save them for a minute. Vote in the poll, which is currently 80% England win, so heavily behind England. Actually, we'll do full predictions in a little wee while. Use the poll for the time being. Let us go through the team news first of all. One surprise, I guess. Did we expect Rashford over Maddison? I'm quite pleased to see Maddison. Actually, I always think England lack that maverick player, and there's always a massive groundswell towards any major tournament for that maverick player to come in. We're seeing one of them on the screen now, Joe Cole, doing some kick-ups with Jill Scott and Andriy Shevchenko. Fair play, Jill, with the ponytail there, catching the ball on her neck. I can speak from experience to say that is not easy, but Jill Scott is a professional footballer. I am not. Jordan Pickford of Everton in goal. He was in brilliant form, wasn't he, in that game at Bramall Lane the other day. At right back, Kyle Walker of Manchester City, England stalwart, I think we can call him. Ben Chilwell of Chelsea is at left back, although he's been a little bit further forward for Chelsea already this season, hasn't he? We'll see if that gets replicated for England at any point. Mark Gay of Crystal Palace is one of the centre backs. We saw him on loan at Swansea a couple of times. Did he go twice? Someone correct me in the chat to Swansea on loan. I don't quite remember. Harry Maguire, who will, I'm sure, get lots of comments in the chat, but has always played very well for England. Lots of people do make the quite reasonable suggestion, though, that somebody who is not playing regularly for their club maybe shouldn't be in. But hey, until he lets us down, I guess he'll still be in. Declan Rice stepped up a level, hasn't he? Gone to Arsenal, £100 million player now, whether you read into transfer fees, anything or not. We're expecting it probably to be a 4-2-3-1. So Jordan Henderson, who has just moved out to play in Saudi, alongside him. We're expecting Bellingham, now of Real Madrid, to play slightly ahead of those two, with Maddison, now of Spurs. Count these up. How many players have transferred? Oh, it isn't as many as I thought. Rice, Maddison, and Bellingham, and Henderson. Oh, and one other up front we'll speak about in a minute. So, yeah, Maddison out to the left. Saka out to the right. Speaking of never letting England down. Harry Kane is now a Bayern München player, it says on my screen. They're the England record goal scorer. I'm sure we'll have plenty of comments on that team, so I will stick a few of them up on the screen. What have we got here? Vindaloo, welcome. I won't ask whether Henderson should have been in the squad. I'm sure we'll get there soon enough, Mikey. Do we need him there? Rice and Bellingham have legs. Phillips and Maguire starting. Evening. Henderson as a defensive screen. You'd hope so. It's just one, and Rice and Bellingham can get forward. We'll do proper predictions in a minute. Baffles me how Tomori doesn't start in a game like this. Fair comment, I guess. Channel 4 has Maddison off the left, and he's wearing 11. Yes, they are on the ground in Channel 4, and probably will be right. HMS Maguire. We've got some predictions coming in. We'll do them all in a bit. Mike, welcome. Looking forward to seeing Bellingham. We love watching Bellingham, don't we? Fantastic. Anyone with better knowledge telling me if NCFC get any money for Maddison England caps? I'm probably not sure they do. I know they got some for the transfer, and some of that went to Coventry, isn't it? Dunk over Maguire. Pepe's looking for England job. I'll take him. Wrexham 2-1. Plenty going on this afternoon. Exeter top 1. Leighton Orient 2. Interesting, yeah. How are Stevenage getting on? Anyone let me know? Stevenage they're at home to Carlisle, just down the road from me here. I didn't even think about popping in. Let's just have a quick look at the England bench before we look at that Ukraine side. We have the possibility of seeing Callum Wilson, Marcus Rashford. Easy for me to say, who we thought we were probably going to see from the start, and we are not. Phil Foden, who we love to see. Gallagher, Eze, Phillips, Tomori, Trippier, Colwill, Dunk, Ramsdale, and Johnston are the substitutes for England. Let me know who you're eager to see off the bench. Let's have a look at the Ukraine 11. Bushchan in goal of Dynamo Kiev. You'll recognise a couple of the back four because Mikolenko, the left back, is over at Everton, and Zabanyi, the right centre back, is at Bournemouth. They've had a decent summer of recruitment, Bournemouth, haven't they? Matvienko of Shakhtar. There's quite a few Shakhtar players. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the starting 11. Matvienko's one, and Koniplia is another one at right back. So 2 of the back 4 Premier League players, 2 of the back 4 Shakhtar Donetsk players. Most familiar name probably to most of us in the Ukraine 11 is Alexander Zinchenko. He's in midfield with the captain Stepanenko, another of the Shakhtar 4. Mudryk. Okay, maybe he's one of the biggest names there. Chelsea winger out on the left. Sudakov of Shakhtar is in the number 10 position. Sigankov of Girona, remember they're in the Man City group, Girona, aren't they? So see how his career pans out. Yaremchuk is the number 9. And Godspeed, as I read the bench out to you, Yarmolenko, who you'll be familiar with, Dovbyk, Vanat, Sidorchik, Buliaski, Naziana, Mikhalichenko, Popov, Karavayev, nearly there. Kritsov, who I thought might start, I was practicing his name, Trubin, and Lunin. Anybody Ukrainian or anybody pedantic, all names are pronounced with the utmost good faith. Leave me alone, basically. Get your comments in. Let me know your Ukraine players you are interested in seeing. Stevenage 3-1. Wow. So hang on a minute. Are they going to have won like 4 out of 6 or something, or 5 out of 7? Something like that? Deary me. After a bit of deliberation, I'd like to take Pep for the England job. Hang on a minute. 2-2. Wasn't it 3-1 in a minute? Oh, damn. We've put the kibosh on good old Steve Evans, who our mate Sam from the Championship check-in spoke to on Wednesday or Thursday on 5 Live and said he was absolutely lovely. He is lovely when he's winning. Good old Steve. Aren't we all? Right. Shall we dive in with your predictions? The poll is heavily on England. Vote on that over in the live chat. 82%. Look at that guy singing the national anthem. He looks awesome. Let's get your predictions in. So if we can all go at once, let us know your predictions for this game. I need a scoreline. So predictions in the live chat now. You have got 16 seconds. What did Jeff Stelling used to say? You can count them. This is going to be a problematic day. No one's complained about the studio lights, so refuse to put any of them on. The fan, as you can probably see by my hair rustling about, is literally right next to me. But we haven't even kicked off, and I'm nearly already through the water that I've bought myself in. We might have to take a break at halftime. It is so hot here in Bedfordshire. Right, let's get some predictions in. Anir, who we're speaking to at halftime, 3-1 England. Doo-wop. Nice. Love a doo-wop band. 3-1 England. 3-0 England from John. James and Scott also agree. Nice one, Steph. This poll says Ukraine. I can see what he's done. And thank you for hosting us, Steph, one of our Polish friends in the chat. Chris, 4-1 England. We'd love that amount of goals. 3-1 SB to England. Stevie, 4-0 England. And Scott, 3-0 England. Owain, 2-2 draw. That will make the natives very, very restless. We know the standard for England in the qualifiers, don't we? They're expected to win. Well, let's be honest. Unless England thrash anyone who they're playing against, the natives are restless, aren't they? Thank you so, so much for your predictions and everything else. Before we get into the game, I would love you all to do one thing. You know what it is. Helps me out big style if you hit the like button. If everyone can do that right now and we can get ourselves our first like spike of the afternoon, I'd be internally grateful. I'm sure you don't want to know about me internally. I'd be eternally grateful. So do hit the like button. You've got 9 seconds. Go. Thank you so, so much. How many likes have we got? 26 likes. We'll see if we can get up to 50. Some more predictions coming here. Cole, 2-0. Mikey, 3-1. The way I say England had me chuckling. Oh, it's just that silly chant, isn't it? England. England has 2 syllables, but we've got to make it 3, haven't we? Greetings from Malaysia, Danny. I'm sure, here's me moaning about the heat. I'm sure it's much hotter in Malaysia where Danny is. 3-1 England. David, 1-1. John has hit the like button. Thank you very, very much, John. Where are we? 33 likes. So thank you so much. We'll see if we can get up to 50. The Ukrainian team are in their huddle. Stepanenko is giving his rah-rah speech before the game. Sorry, that's a bit patronising. I'm sure it's very inspiring what he is indeed saying. I am watching on Channel 4 HD with the magnificent Jules Breach. Not that I am biased at all. So you may want to sync up with me. If you're watching on your smart TV or on the All 4 app, we might be just out of sync. But we'll give you a timestamp and we'll see if we can get everything lined up. Now, it's me not rushing to get into the first knock into the games because we know England are going to play at a lovely, controlled, some may say slow pace. But Mark Gay is carrying the ball forward. Out it goes to Chilwell. Chilwell, what am I on today? I'm going to blame the heat. And there is James Maddison, as Mikey correctly told us, just tucked in on the left-hand side as Ben Chilwell has gone outside him. Bellingham knocks it back in. England having all of the possession in this first minute. What have we got here in the chat? Let's keep this going. Some more predictions. Michael, Chris has hit like. Thank you so much. I thought that was your bid for a shampoo sponsor. David, you know me. I'll take a shampoo sponsor. Although I will say, guys, you see that grey hair in there? Grey. I need some shampoo. It's going to dye my hair and beard, isn't it? Getting from the UAE. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, Mike, in London, Ontario, Canada. I'll tell you what, I'll save it. We'll do a 10-minute roll call and see where everyone is and who everybody supports. So don't tell me just yet, but great, as always, guys, to have a worldwide audience. Make sure you smash like. And, of course, you can now join the channel, as Stevie has done, and get some lovely perks, including that big up by the side of his names. Loving the England shirts. Yeah, the bigger the numbers, the better for me. Don't talk to me about Stoke City shirts or things of that nature where I can't read the number. So it sounds like I picked on Stoke there. Wayne, you legend. Always wishes me and my family well, Wayne. He's a lovely chap. 3-1. David, smash the like button. Yes, please. Rice. England have literally had 100% possession in this, haven't they, for the first 2 minutes? Ukraine haven't touched the ball, I don't think. Did they take the kickoff? Someone will remind me. Henderson. Gay. Maguire. Lord J. Coyle, welcome. UAE, great country. Never been. Well, I've been to Abu Dhabi. Here's Henderson knocks that one inside. England just creeping up the pitch. Kane knocks it back into Walker. Very assured start. Down in Bournemouth, Chris. The in-laws have just come back from Chichester down that way. We turn into a pep. Oh, into the box comes Saka to Ania's point there. All this possession without Pep Guardiola yet. It'll slide through, and Saka has got that lightning quick speed, hasn't he? We're talking about UAE as the region. So it's not a great country then, it's a great region. Michael, what do you make of the Henderson controversy? I will let the chat deal with that particular hot potato, get their opinions in there. Not sure about the graphic having Bellingham as a left winger. No, they're wrong, Jay, aren't they? You are correct. Bellingham's playing number 10, isn't he, at the moment? Although you can see Maddison really drifts towards the centre, doesn't he? Hawaii Steve. Best wishes from a Blues fan there in Kona, Hawaii. Enjoyed the interview with John Eustace. Yeah. What a coup for the channel to get John Eustace, especially on a day when he was trending on Twitter. He was brilliant, wasn't he? I'm not taking the credit there. Sam Parkin sorted that out. Bellingham gets down the left. Lovely feet there. Crosses in, cleared. Walker. Rice. England are so dominant in terms of possession. It's not even funny. Haven't made any chances yet, but I'm not sure anybody's concerned given how much of the ball they have had. We have had. Look at this. Unbelievable scenes. Mike, who's a good friend of ours anyway, has become a YouTube member. Thank you so much. If anybody didn't have to click and become a member, it's Mike. Because literally, he could repossess this chair. If Mike and I ever fall out, he could turn up and just take this chair away because he bought it for me when he realised I had problems with my neck. What a great guy. Thank you so much, Mike. Stevie's doing my bidding for me here. Look, only a pint a month to join the channel. Join a wonderful... it's really good, actually, to have Stevie in because he's a Plymouth fan. And we want as many championship clubs particularly represented. Mike did support a championship club once, but they got promoted. With a £90 million wage bill, Mike, and Mitrovic, the best player, one of the best players the division's ever seen. But there you go. James, afternoon from East Anglia. It feels like the Saharan desert. I'll get your takes on Henderson. I'll keep my powder dry. Maybe we'll talk. Maybe me and Annie can debate it at halftime if we're short of stuff to talk about. Foul surely on Saka there by Mikalenko. What must these possession stats be? It must be 100%, mustn't it? Let me see if I can bring them up on the screen. We can't see anything yet. They're not live. If anyone's got an up-to-date possession stat, I reckon England have already made 100 passes. Don't you? In this first few minutes. 20 degrees feels like 45. I was being sarcastic if you couldn't tell. No. We could tell, Jay. Another day, another low block. You love to see it, Nick, don't you? Toby, quick fire. 2 England starters to never play in the Championship. God, that's a good question. Well, Pickford did. Gay did. Maguire did. Walker did. Declan Rice would be one. Bellingham did. Bukayo Saka. Have I got it, Toby? I think I've got it. Am I right? Oh, no, Chilwell. He would never have played in the Champ, wouldn't he? Did Chilwell play in the Championship? God, I went really high then, didn't I? 94% England dominant. That is Sergei Rebrov. If we've got any other Ipswich fans in the chat, I was there at White Hart Lane. Stadium's not even there anymore. It shows how old I am. And I saw Sergei Rebrov's debut for Spurs. Chilwell played for Huddersfield. Did he actually? I will stand corrected. And I did not even know that. Wow. I thought, so Chilwell would have been loaned out by Leicester. Is that right? Or was he permanent? I don't know. My knowledge of... There you go. I was right the first time. I shouldn't have second-guessed myself. Rice and Saka. Keep the quiz questions coming, Toby. The season Leicester one. Oh, okay. Afternoon, Dave. Everybody melting in the chat. Any takes on Henderson? Stick them in the comments. I'll give mine in a bit. You're all allowed yours. We are open free speech. I respect everybody's right to have a view. And hopefully everybody respects everybody else's right to have a view. Loan to Huddersfield. There you go. Norwich City, a FIFA story. Beer with an Ipswich fan. Yes, please. One and done, but a hell of a one and done. Okay. You're very welcome. Everybody is welcome here. Harry Maguire in the centre circle as England try and rack up the highest possession stats we've ever seen in any football match ever. I think Jay said we were at 94% at one point. Maddison. Oh, lovely ball by Maddison. Here's Saka. Keeps it in. Saka knocks it back. Walker, little touch inside. Poor ball by Walker, actually. Maddison just wants to play number 10. He's not going to stay on the left at all, is he? Appleton. That's a good shout, actually, Christopher. I like Michael Appleton. He was in at ITV last year on one of the midweek games, so I wasn't in. I would have loved to have chatted football with him. Really good brain. Henderson taking the money over morals. Just over. Dave, you are entitled to your opinion. Everybody is in the chat. Maddison is filthy. Yeah, so he's got a really interesting technique, Anir, when he pings that ball low. He puts his whole body into it. It's a great player, Maddison, isn't he? Here come Ukraine, though. It's the most possession they've had all game because it's the only possession they've had all game. Zinchenko. Out it goes to Mikolenko. Back to Zinchenko. A couple of the Premier League players link in. There's another one. Mudryk. Nice and neat and tidy, actually, Ukraine, considering they haven't touched the ball for the majority of the game. Although Declan Rice gets a foot on it. Marcelino Nunes, that is awful, awful news for Norwich, especially given the Spanish lad whose name escapes me at the moment got injured. So, yeah, hopefully he's back sooner rather than later. Josh Sargent injured as well for Norwich, not having good luck at all. Have we had a shot yet, says Anir. No, we haven't. Hit that like button. Yeah, thank you so much. Maddison has improved in the short time. Do I think he's improved in the short time? I don't know. Put that to the chat, actually. I mean, he was a great player before he went there. Would have been a great player if he hadn't gone there. Saw Maddison in the flesh last season. I went to Leicester Forest. He's really good, actually. Really, really good. But I'm not telling anyone anything they don't know. Didn't realise England were playing. Well, here we are. And here you are, and very welcome. I think he's fine to do that. Also, I think it's fine for the community to be betrayed. Yeah, guys, keep your opinions coming on Henderson, as everyone's doing, which is great. We all have a right to have an opinion on it, so let's have respect for both sides. You know, it is a divisive issue, and as long as everybody has respect for everybody else's opinion, I don't have a problem with that, really. Down the line from Henderson to Saka. Saka comes in off the right. Henderson, nice looking cross to the back stick. Kane couldn't quite get it. He's the one we want on the ball against the low block. Oh, Jude Bellingham with the most un-Jude Bellingham-like giveaway you'll ever see. But we have won it back. Surprised I'm not off to Millwall Leeds, says Lord J. Cole. Who said I wasn't going to Millwall Leeds, Lord J. Cole? Greetings from Redondo Beach, CA, Fernando Redondo. Back for the derby, hopefully. Yeah, even as a staunch Ipswich fans, I will wish him well and hope he is back for the derby because we don't want to see anyone injured as much as I would like my team not to have to play against him. Or Gabriel Sara. Loads of Ukrainian fans there in Poland. Indeed, Leroy. I think there's loads of England fans, but hey, you could play an England game in the middle of Siberia and loads of England fans would still turn up. The Three Lions. Here is Saka. Saka drives a shot. Great block there from Stepanenko, the captain, covering from central midfield. My bad. Should be a great video. Here's a quiz question for you, Jay. Always Bellingham gets into the box, tries to spin and get it on his left foot. England just turning the screw a little bit. No efforts at goal yet, but they are really starting to hem Ukraine back. I went to Millwall Leeds in would have been the 1920 season or the 1890. I can't remember whether it was in the COVID season or before. And Leeds were really unlucky, actually. They had a horrible penalty. And I think there's a red card given against them, and Bradshaw scored the penalty. And Millwall went on and won the game. Wonder if you can remember who got red carded. I think I'm misremembering the season. I don't know. No, it must have been 1920 I went to that game. But yeah, looking forward to Millwall Leeds. Farker versus Rowett. Maddison, lovely drop of the shoulder. That should be a yellow card. Doesn't matter when that happens in the game. You can't just pull a player back by the shirt. The Sudakov has really gotten away with one there. I think he should have been booked for that. Maddison just did him with a lovely bit of skill. Probably Berardi. Do you know, I think it might have been Berardi, actually. I actually can't remember. He was a walking red card, wasn't he? Oh, Berardi for Leeds. Berardi, loved a red card. Famously, got red carded in the, or double yellow, wasn't it, in the playoff semi-final that the Leeds fans won't reminding about against Derby. Double yellow in that one. Lost his head, didn't he? Walker. Henderson. Maguire. Gay. England. Super patient here. No chances made yet, though. Walker. Henderson. Maguire. Gray. Chilwell. Gay. It's an all right press that by Ukraine. They're trying to get up the pitch. That probably suit England better, to be honest. Let's do it. Quick fire. One player in the England squad to score a championship hat-trick. I like that. I'll leave it up. Wonder who that was. Wasn't Bellingham, was it? I don't think Kane was that good when he was on loan in the Championship, was he? Must be Maddison then. And I suppose you want me to tell you who it was against. Hull? Remember Maddison scoring a hat-trick for Norwich against Hull? Am I right, Toby? Tom, am I doing a watch-along against the Scotch on Tuesday? If you want me to, I will. So let me know in the chat. Got nothing better to do in international break. Yeah, Maddison probably seems that. I think I remember, not only do I remember Maddison scoring a hat-trick against Hull, I think he did a no-look penalty, which showed how difficult he was finding the Championship that particular season. Saka finding that difficult to control, not because he's not an incredible player, but because the ball was booted across chest high. Here's Walker. 16 gone. The analysis is not going to be mind-blowing here. I think anyone could do it on my behalf. England have had all of the ball, not made any chances yet. That's literally all that's happened in the first 17 minutes of that game. That Millwall game was 19-20. And yes, Berardi was sent off. Do-wop, am I remembering it correctly? It shouldn't have been a red card. Maddison versus Hull, 2 penalties, I think. Yeah, he was quality that season, Maddison, wasn't he? Brilliant player. No disrespect to Norwich, but we all knew he was on to bigger and better things at that point. Mick Beale. A snaky snake. I think did they overturn it, Jay? Yeah, I think it was a bit of a dodgy one. It's one of those difficult ones, Jay, because obviously I got one look at it in the ground and couldn't be sure. And then in the vlog, all the Leeds fans were telling me, but no replay for me. I think it presumably had gone around Twitter by that point. Gay, Maguire, 18 up. Let me know if you need a time stamp. Lovely ball by Henderson there. Just opens the pitch up for Gay. Gay drives forward. Really good from the centre half. Ukraine, just everybody behind the ball, even in the big number 9. Cross goes in. Flips off one of the centre half's heads. And easy a gather. Maddison too good for us. Plus, if we didn't sell him, yeah, amen to that. VAR would have sorted it. Oh, yes. As I always say, if only we had a video referral system for dodgy or dreadful decisions indeed. Ukraine are on the ball. Zabarny into Zinchenko. Matvienko back to Zabarny, the Bournemouth player. Matvienko. Launched forward. and headed away by Maguire. And Kyle Walker just boots it up in the air, doesn't even make touch. Goodness me, Zinchenko, brilliant pass there with the ball head high. And switched out. It's a nice looking opening this for Ukraine. Konoplia couldn't quite break through there, and it's out on the left-hand side now with Mikolenko. The Ukraine fullbacks don't really know what to do in terms of getting forward because they've spent the entire game back behind the ball. Did I watch Mic'd Up with Howard? I did, Tom. Let me know what you thought of that. I enjoyed it. Mudryk nearly getting in there. Good defending by Kyle Walker. My Channel 4 feed has gone down, which is unhelpful. Don't know. Let me know if yours has gone. Hopefully that'll be back soon. Yeah. So obviously some of the issues and the decisions weren't great, but I think it's really important for fans, A, to hear the language used, and B, to hear the process to understand it better. Obviously, it doesn't make the decisions right. A couple of them were wrong, but they admitted that, didn't they? And I think it's a good thing. Sudakov tries to switch the play. Ukraine have come into it. Madison has been caught there, and the yellow card is out for Stepanenko. Yeah, my feed is back, fortunately. Yeah, get us your views on that Howard Webb show. I liked it, but other opinions are allowed. Any of you seen Jake Young's start to the season on loan from fellow League Two side Bradford, who are lacking goals? 9 goals in 6 games. Was it Bradford, guys? Someone who remind me. Didn't they loan Owen Doyle to Swindon and he scored loads of goals? Is that right? Have they done exactly the same thing again? Stepanenko booked then for going through Madison. Yeah, it was a nasty one, wasn't it? VAR not interested in that one, but yellow card out. Pickford goes long with the left foot. What a pass that was out to Saka. Sergei Rebrov happy with the closing down there. Saka got bumped, though, when he was controlling it. In a bit of pain. I would say potentially our star man, certainly not for the entire World Cup, but in the game against France, he was an absolute baller, wasn't he? God. I don't want to bring it up, but if only our best striker could have scored that penalty, hey? But then again, if I could have picked virtually anybody in world football to take it, I would have picked Harry Kane. Nice opening there for Ukraine. Zinchenko got it in central midfield. I think it was Konopla, the ginger-headed fullback, trying to get forward. Have they pulled it back for a foul? No, they haven't. 23 gone. Ukraine getting into it. Game against France. Don't remember that one. God. I was down at ITV and we all stopped work to watch it and they delayed the show a bit. That sucked the air out of the room, didn't it? Welcome, Damis Doe. Pretty poor tackle, that. Best player on the pitch. He was excellent, wasn't he? Possession down to a measly 79%. Ukraine 0, England 0. England, lots of the ball, but haven't made any chances yet. Mikolenko knocks that inside. Dam-si Do. Dam-si Do. There you go. Thank you for the preferred pronunciation there. Ben Chilwell knocks that one clear. Ukraine having their best 4-minute spell. I'll put your comment up. I won't read it, Isaac. There we go. I think Isaac doesn't rate Harry Maguire. Which we could say without the personal insults, but a view shared by many, I have to say, Isaac. Maguire has always been decent for England. Yeah, he has, hasn't he? But not for Manchester United. Hence why, as Isaac was pointing out, he doesn't get picked. Walker wins that one in the air. Sudakov carries that one forward. Oh, good ball, that one. Out to the right-hand side. Sigankov. Oh, good cutback. And would you believe it? Ukraine, despite having had very little of the ball, not only have they made the best chance of the game, they've taken the bloody lead, haven't they? Zinchenko is the goal scorer. England had so much of the ball, created nothing. And it is Ukraine 1, England 0. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. It was a really good bit of quality, wasn't it, by Sudakov with the ball carry there. And if England needed waking up, I thought they were playing all right, to be honest, other than not having created anything. But really nice attack that by Ukraine. We saw Konoplia, the right back, get forward a minute ago. Nice little over by him. It's a good goal, isn't it? I think Yaremchuk gets a shout from Zinchenko as he's arriving behind him there. And it's just a good goal, I have to say. Can rant and rave about England as much as you like, but they've been picked off there, haven't they? They're not playing badly at all. Dominated the game, really, without making any chances, if that's not an oxymoron. But it's a good goal by Ukraine. And Ukraine lead 1-0. Woof. No slapping of the desk like a certain football streamer we know. I value my desk too much. Maybe if I had tens of thousands of subscribers, I would, because I could afford a new desk probably. But there you go. Haven't checked Twitter yet, but I imagine the Southgate out crowd are making some noise. I imagine they are. Ukraine, you saw you conquered. Very nice. Where they play in Poland. Yes, indeed. Poland. Utter poor score. Well, I can't disagree with that. It's Ukraine 1, England 0. And I would now sit back and say, bring it on. Oh, nice feed by Kane. Henderson. Oh, could he have got a shot away there? He tried to knock it to the side to James Maddison there. Henderson doesn't have that quick acceleration to get away from his man. You'd much rather that was Bukayo Saka in that position. Kelly recalling, we have dominated. We win this one 3-1. I hope you're right. Why didn't he shoot? I can't answer that, Annie. I'm going to wait for a replay. The defender was touched tight. He could have toe poked the shot, though, couldn't he? Here is Saka. Saka knocks that one back to Jordan Henderson, who very much has a shot this time. Sticks it over the bar. We haven't seen a replay of maybe the better chance. Over it goes. Isaac, I apologise for my harshness. Well, you're entitled to your opinion, Isaac. And after you said it, a minute later, we conceded a goal. So maybe that adds even more credibility to what you said, mate. So no, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Jordan, I mean, if you try and score, sometimes you will. It's an objective fact, isn't it? Can't argue with that, Jordan. Maguire marking Gay for the goal. Quality. I will say, I mean, we can pick apart this. It was a good goal, wasn't it? They counter-attacked really nicely and quickly got that cut back through and took it nicely, didn't they? Can always find some issue with defending, can't you, for a goal? But yes, that would be my take. Henderson, Maguire, we lack pace. They will sit in now. This is a test for Southgate, who is on the bench. So much quality on the bench, Paul, as you could imagine. But substitutions will not be made this early for sure. Not Adam for sure, who's gone to Norwich now, hasn't he? Here is Gay. Oh, lovely ball by Gay into Maguire. Sorry, Maguire. You got him on my brain now. Maddison, who is gravitating to that number 10 position, even though he should be off the left. Here is Maguire. We are playing 2 number 8s and a central defensive midfielder. Yeah, we thought that would be the lineup. Hopefully, yeah, just one sitter, which is Rice and Henderson and Bellingham getting a little bit further forward. So much quality on the bench. True. I'm glad we agree. Suddenly the coach isn't quality. No comment. Walker curls that one in. Headed clear. Here's Rice. Brilliant bit of control by Rice. And out it goes to Bellingham. He's been quiet, hasn't he? Thus far. Kane. Kane pops the cross in. Bounces out to Chilwell, who pops another cross in. Make defenders defend, says Neil Warnock. Bellingham has been pulled up for a foul there. Came in from the side. I must admit, even though I'm probably inflicted by bias here. Oh, no, it is a foul. The ref's got that one. Right, he does take the ball, but he takes the man first. So much quality on the bench, and Southgate will bring on Phillips. You watch. John, I read that in your Brummie accent, but I don't disagree with you. This feels like Hungary away last year. Why doesn't he pick Ward-Prowse? Is Ward-Prowse, he's not in this squad, is he? I don't think. I'm not sure. He's been in a few times before, hasn't he? Walker, 31 on the clock. Ukraine 1, shock horror. England 0. Oh, lovely chest by Chilwell down the left wing. Maddison makes the run for him. Chilwell can't find him. Knocks it to Rice. Rice pings it into the box, looking for Walker, actually, the right back, who was in the 6-yard box. I feel Foden will enter second half and score. That sounds nice. Knowing what I'm saying, going with what I'm saying about quality on the bench. Oh, thanks, guys. 66 likes. Do hit the like button. Do we still have to leave our bias at the door when it comes to England? Less so, Ben, I think. Less so. It's just hard work for me when I'm dealing with 24 sets of fans who, according to my transfer window video, all think their side had a 4-star transfer window. How about that? Figure that one out. 66 likes. It's a sign, Jay. Bellingham should be playing deeper. Henderson should be spending the afternoon. Stop it. I'm not reading that out. In Asda. Knowing Henderson's contract, it'll be Whole Foods, not Asda. Put it that way. Bellingham, who I love, he's not having the best game, is he? Just gave the ball away for the second time. Only gave a foul away. Maddison draws the foul. Oh, doesn't he? He's not giving a foul for that? Interesting. I didn't even look at the ref there. I was certain he was going to give a foul. Slava Ukraini. I assume that means up the Ukraine. I mean, yeah, they're leading. Can't disagree with that one. Foul by Chilwell. Maddison, excuse me. He asked the referee, using an F word that we all know, how was that one not a foul? I agree with him, actually, that he should have had a foul a minute ago. I get why he's been booked, though. That was a horrible tackle by Maddison, wasn't it? Paul, I won't read that, but he has a reason for wanting the Ukraine to qualify. Ukrainian 9 looks very much like Lewandowski. You're talking about Yaremchuk of Valencia. Well, I think he's on loan from somewhere, isn't he? 73 likes. Unbelievable. I reckon we can get to 100 during this watch along, which I'm enjoying very much. Not enjoying the scoreline, but I'm enjoying you lot in the chat. Brilliant support. Thank you, guys. Keep that debate going. And what I do love about our crowd here is agree, disagree, fine. Keep it civil. Everyone has different opinions on football, and you guys do just that. Club Bruges. I knew it was someone like that, Jay. Yaremchuk loaned out. I mean, Club Bruges must have some decent strikers then, if they can afford to loan out the Ukraine number 9. Here is Bellingham. Bellingham slides through. Oh, Maddison. Oh, dearie me. If anyone you'd think would have the perfect first touch to take that pass through and score, it would be Maddison. Bad first touch. I mean, it's difficult, but you expect Maddison to grab that one and go through and score, don't you? Just couldn't quite take it in his stride. I don't think there was a lot wrong with the pass from Bellingham. Let's have a look. No, it's poor touch from Maddison. Takes it with the outside of his foot. And we know he could have controlled that with either foot, with the instep of either. And it just bounced off, didn't he? Ben, if Jude stays injury-free, that's not a bad shout, that, Adam. Yeah, he probably could, couldn't he? It's just difficult central midfield to stay injury-free, isn't it? Maddison knocks that one back into Gay. Bad touch. It's Scott Parker, the Bruges manager. Didn't he get fired really quickly? Is that right? I can't remember. We will win this. I was at Ipswich with Leeds. So was I, Paul. Just the 7 goals that day. Always a sign the game is drab when the Mexican wave starts, isn't it just? Stepanenko. Matvienko. Fired after the first board meeting. Oh, dear. He got very close to getting the Leicester job. So my sources tell me. Leicester going with Enzo Maresca. In the end, this game needs a Foden or a Grealish to open it. Well, what about a Maddison, John? Maybe a Foden and a Maddison might work, or a Grealish. Is Grealish on the bench? I don't think he is he? Did I read his name out? Can't remember. Foden definitely is, isn't he? Yeah, Grealish must be injured. Not on the bench, according to Foot Mob. Southgate isn't the most exciting, is he? No. Grealish is in Ibiza. Is he actually? That's probably not a joke. Good luck to him if he is. Whenever you say Matt Vienko, I hear Matt Bianco. What did he sing, Matt? Joe Kinnear. How is Joe Kinnear getting a mention? Scott Parker is just a better dressed Lampard. Stop it. We've seen the goal. It's a decent goal, isn't it? Zinchenko with the finish. What's my thoughts on national team managers having to be from their country? Probably should be, really, shouldn't they? It's international football and all the players do. But that has never been the case. Hence, good old Sven and good old Capello. Well, less good Capello. Loved Capello when he was club manager. God. Get out of that lazy bed, Matt Bianco. Anyone I would know to sing? I'm sure you'll want to hear me sing. Rice to Madison. Here is Maguire. Is that the real Griffin? Are you big enough to have fake accounts, Alex? I'm going to be on Alex's channel this week doing the predictions. We spoke on the phone the other day. Lovely chap, Alex, if that is the real Alex. Oh, in goes Kyle Walker, and there is the equalising goal. Well, we've passed the ball around pretty ploddingly. That was a lovely clip over the top. And Kyle Walker getting in from right back. He seemed to have all the time in the world, didn't he, to bring that down and stick it in from about 4 yards. And England are level. Ukraine won. England won. Kyle Walker is the scorer. Your thoughts in on that equalising goal? Caught me off guard a little bit, I must say. Not my best call. Who pinged that over? It's a Harry Kane. Looks just onside, doesn't he? Although I'll wait and see what the VAR says. Keeper there, does he kind of half come? VAR is checking that one. It's going to be super tight, that, isn't it? Great ball by Harry Kane. See if we get the lines up. Kyle Walker goes like that, saying it's very, very tight. Is he going to be offside, I wonder? Check over. He is not offside. I will not leave my bias at the door and say, thank goodness. And it is Ukraine 1, England 1. So Harry Kane coming off the number 9 position all the way back into central midfield, clipping that over the top for Kyle Walker. Let's get some comments on that one. What a run by Walker. There's one thing Kyle Walker's good at. It's running, isn't it? Plenty more strings to his bow there. Got there in the end. Never in doubt. Great pass by Kane. Onside. Yeah, we haven't seen the lines actually look really tight, didn't it? I'm surprised that's Walker. Is that Walker's first goal for England? I'm not surprised, given a slight handbrake tendency, but second coming of Alf Ramsey, of course he is, hey? Get Vinnie Jones in. I'm sure Trent enjoyed that. Brennan Woolley ain't worried about his job. Just got back from MK Dons. Do you know, that was on my list. I thought maybe I could come down. Am I being completely unfair here? I think the keeper has got to throw himself at Walker's feet there, and he makes it so easy for him. I didn't spot on the VAR the centre-half further back. His heel is actually further back than the shoulder, was where I was looking at, of the player nearest to Kyle Walker. There you go. Huge smile from Kyle Walker. He's probably got, someone will tell me in the chat, what has Walker got? Like 80 international caps? Been playing for years, hasn't he? Shake up international football. If you play in England, you play for England. I'll take that. And we'll have Erling Haaland and Kevin. We should play the whole Man City team, can't we? And Mo Salah. Premier League 11, that, wouldn't it? Do you think this should be Southgate's last tournament? Regardless, I think it's probably going to be Southgate's last tournament, regardless of the outcome, isn't it? It's normally 4. But hey, what we've normally done for the last 60 years has never worked, has it? So, barring keepers, who has the most caps without a goal for England? That's a great shout. I don't know. You know, I'm going to leave that on the screen. Anyone know the answer to that one? I can't even give a good guess. Some central midfielder, maybe, or a fullback. Kenny Sansom ever score for England? Stuart Pearce must have scored for England, mustn't he? Here goes Mudryk chasing into the left wing area. Cool and calm was Jordan Pickford. +100 caps, really? I was going to say Frank Lampard. That's a joke, by the way. I know he scored loads of goals for England, but he took him about 50 shots to score at the World Cup, didn't it? In goes the cross to the back stick, headed across by Kane. Out it goes. He couldn't quite angle that back to the arriving Jude Bellingham. Some guesses here. Phil Neal, Kenny Sampson, I said that one. Gareth Barry, Lee Dixon. It's a Graham Taylor special. Ashley Cole's probably a good shout. Don't remember Ashley Cole scoring for England. What is it about us having these world-class fullbacks and them never scoring for us? There you go. Ashley Cole is the correct answer. Good question, that, Tom. Ashley Cole, the player with the most caps outfield, who never scored for England. It's half-time, everybody. Anir, come in the chat, my friend. If you do sign up on YouTube here, if you hit the join button, you can come and join me at half-time. Let me do the numbers for the first half. If they are going to pop up. What is going on here? Has FootMob changed all their... Yeah, it looks like it has, doesn't it? Where's my actual stats? Oh, no, it hasn't. There they are. We'll speak to Anir in a minute. I think it's Ukraine 1, England 1 at half-time. There are the numbers, which aren't as impressive, really, as they should be. Ukraine taking the lead, obviously, on the counter-attack. Good goal, I keep saying. 30% possession to Ukraine, 70 to England. But look at the XG, 0.73. It's probably, yeah, you can see they've only had one shot, haven't they, Ukraine? And they picked us off and scored it, typical. England, for all their possession, 0.68 is pretty poor on the XG, isn't it? Let's bring in the man, the myth, the absolute legend, Anir. What's your take on the first half broadly, Anir?
It's been pretty slow. It's been a game. It's where England kind of have had moments where kind of up the intensity a bit. Haven't really had the shots or the XG to kind of show for it, but at times it's felt like we have been a bit of a threat. The Bellingham slide pass into Maddison, I think it was. So we have shown moments of quality. Maddison has kind of drifted in, so we've kind of played with 2 10s with Bellingham, Maddison almost. Yeah, I think we've generally been pretty good. I think we may be transitioning or trying to transition to slightly more, possession dominant system. And Kyle Walker's kind of tucked in a few times and tried to build up play through the middle. And yeah, as you said, we kind of got picked off a little bit. Ukraine just committed numbers forward. They saw an opening. I think it was Chilwell got beaten down the right hand side. Got numbers forward down the right hand side, and we didn't really track our runners, and that kind of cost us the goal. But the goal for us was probably deserved. We showed that we, as I said, had the moments, just didn't have the numbers to show for it. But generally, it's been okay.
Do you think Maddison keep coming? I love Maddison, love Saka. I love all the England players basically because I'm a big fanboy. But do you think that makes it a bit lopsided? Because if you've got Saka who I know he always wants to go narrow and get in and score, but can go out to the wing. And Maddison is just never going to do that. Do you think that does make it a bit lopsided, or am I being a bit pedantic?
Well, I think it kind of depends on how the opposition set up. Because if they're going with 2 holding midfielders, then they can probably track them. But if they're going with one holding a field, then they're definitely not going to be able to track both of them. But again, on the left-hand side, we have Ben Chilwell, who at the moment hasn't really shown that he can, get forward and bomb forward into the box and get a good ball in. So I think it kind of depends on the game. I think it's been pretty good so far in terms of kind of working that left to right position, as it shows that we have so many options in terms of not only the quality of players, but they can take up a lot of different positions within the system. So yeah, lopsided, I suppose so, but if we're playing France, that won't happen. But I think that's fine if we play against Ukraine. That even though that leaves us a little bit short on the left hand side.
Yeah, he prefers in the big games. He prefers his runners, doesn't he, rather than his technical players. So you'd imagine if we're playing France, Marcus Rashford is starting for sure, isn't he? Is this going to be one of those halves where I'm going to have loads of frustrated people in the chat saying, change it. Yeah. Southgate's not going to change it. We're going to score in like the 68th minute, which is then going to mean he's just not going to change it for the rest of the game. Can you see it playing out like that? Or do you think, is it going to be it going to 75 minutes and still being 1-1 to force him to throw in Foden or Callum Wilson or whoever?
I don't think Southgate's phased by England comments.
Doesn't care, does he?
if he was, he'd be gone by now. But yeah, I think I think it depends how I think it's very dependent on how the Ukrainian fullbacks deal with Saka and Maddison or whoever it is. If we're getting caught out a few times down their right hand side, then Maddison will come off for whoever it is that will come on. A bit surprised Grealish is in the squad, maybe injury. I'm not sure.
No,
but yeah, I think I can see a change in midfield coming. I can see Jordan Henderson coming off, maybe a bit of energy. I know John said Calvin Phillips, which will be definitely the energy we're looking for. Sarcasm there. But yeah, I think we just need a bit more kind of running power in midfield, because at the moment we have Bellingham, who's brilliant technical quality, kind of drawing tackles. That's brilliant.
It's been a bit quiet. I know we're not allowed to say any bad words about St. Jude Bellingham, but that's been a bit quiet today, hasn't he?
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best. He's when you can tell when Jude Bellingham isn't at his best, and he gets really frustrated really easily and yelling at the refs and whatnot. we had a foul against us, a very obvious foul. I think it was James Maddison who committed it. Bellingham ran over straight to the ref and started yelling at him. But I think it's just, you can give Bellingham a pass. He's been brilliant for England. But yeah, as I said, running power in midfield, maybe changing up on the wings if we can catch Ukraine out with, as Walker proved, if we can run past those fullbacks, and if we have the technical quality in midfield, we will create quite a lot of chances. And with Harry Kane, we've got probably the best finisher in the world and best positional awareness in the world as well.
The thing with Bellingham, I guess, to defend him, not that I need to defend Bellingham, but if anyone's position is getting swamped up by Maddison drifting inside, it's his, isn't it? So there's the bench, here, and no one's going to be looking at the bottom part of that. They're going to be looking at Wilson. They're going to be looking at Rashford, Foden. He'd do Gallagher, wouldn't he? He'd stick the third man runner from central midfield in, wouldn't he? Eze would be fun, but ain't gonna happen, is it? I suspect it'll be Rashford or Foden before anybody else, probably for Maddison. I don't got anything against Maddison. I'm just trying to predict what Southgate will do. What say you?
No, I agree. I think the first subs, if we don't score early in the second half, will probably be Foden and Rashford and Wilson, depending on who. Well, do you take Harry Kane out?
Never. No way.
Never. You're right. Yeah, it'll probably be Foden and Rashford on those wings. As you said, Conor Gallagher for that running power in midfield, sticking on for Jordan Henderson. Something like that. It's definitely got Gareth Southgate kind of written all over it. So yeah, I can see those 3 subs happening for definite. And if we're kind of 3-1 ahead or something, maybe Eze or Levi Colwill or Trippier just to shore things up. Not sure, not really sure after that, but I think we'll definitely see Gallagher, Foden, and Rashford in the second half.
It sounds like I'm stating the bleeding obvious. Best case scenario here is a quick goal. I mean, I would love to see Southgate really get into the players. I know I'm saying something that's not going to happen. Really get into the players at half time, and we come out nice and fizzy and nice and quick. But it's not about that with Southgate. It's all about being calm and not chasing the game. And Southgate believes, I think, England don't win because they're too emotional, don't they? And some people reasonably argue that he come back too far. I agree with him that when I used to watch like 4-4 in 2 and Kevin Keegan teams and stuff like that, yeah, we were so easy to beat. But yeah, best case scenario, I guess, is just a nice fizzy start and a goal. And as soon as it goes 2-1, you know, we've just got to get in front, and this game is eminently winnable. Do you agree?
No, yeah, I completely agree. We've had the majority of possession, and with that possession, you not only create chances, but you keep the opposition at arm's length. That's why so many good, top possession teams, Manchester City, for example, don't concede that many goals because they just have the ball for like 80, 85 minutes. It's ridiculous. So it's one of those where we just keep the ball moving and we pin Ukraine back, and we've kind of worked them and tired them out, and we get that early goal. We're ahead. That's perfect for us. And yeah, and off the bench as well. If we have add that pace of Foden, Rashford, and Gallagher, then the Ukrainian defense I don't think can particularly handle that. So yeah, best case scenario, I agree. Again, early goal in the first 10 minutes or so, and yeah, just go from there and capitalise and tie the Ukrainian defense and score a couple more if possible.
Do you agree? I think I'm in the camp now that you do 4 tournaments as England manager and then you pass the torch on to somebody else. Do you agree that that's kind of the situation going into next summer?
Yeah. I think it's really hard because Southgate has kind of got so much credit in the bank, not with England fans obviously, but with the hierarchy above him, because he's got us to a semi-final of World Cup, final, quarter-final. So he's kind of consistently been in and around there and just kind of fallen short against the best teams, and that kind of happens sometimes. So we could say, well, we should be beating maybe Croatia, but or maybe we should have beaten France that day because we were the better team. But it's all
could have won all 3 of those games, couldn't we?
Yeah, and Italy's probably the most frustrating.
That's the one, isn't it? That is
big. Yeah, because we're ahead within a minute. We're at home, really. And
part of me thinks as well, Annie, no one was beating Messi in the World Cup anyway, so it probably wouldn't have mattered if we got to the final. Whereas when you're taking up for penalty kicks in there, and when you take the lead in bloody 90 seconds or whatever it was in the Euro final, it's like in Wembley I'm annoying myself even.
And we take the lead in the penalty shootout as well with when Belotti missed.
That Donnarumma was an animal of a keeper though, wasn't he?
Of course, his full form falls off after that. Like, gets a move to PSG, doesn't start many games. But yeah, the main frustration with Southgate is again the style of play, and no matter the results, it'll be kind of slow and a bit lethargic. But most of the time, we'll get the results we kind of need to be in and around there. It wasn't great in the World Cup. The Euros. Draw against Scotland and convincing against the Czech and the Croatians. It wasn't really great, but we got to the final. So sometimes it's more the results, but it feels like kind of the last hurdle is yet to be kind of there.
I can understand him, Annie, trying to hang on in there, because I think he probably feels like he's going to pass the torch on to somebody else, and he might be the guy that set everything up in terms of this 5 or 6 years, and someone else is going to go one step further and win the thing, aren't they? Annie, we are back. I think they're about to come out in the second half. So I want to say a gigantic thank you, Anir, for coming on. If you sign up and join, you can come on and do exactly what Anir has just done. I do need to vet and make sure you can string a sentence together first, but that is one of the perks on the join. But Anir is a good friend of the channel, has been on all the Patreon round tables, and he has a channel of his own, which I would love you to plug right now. And if you can do it in your phone without coming away from this, go and subscribe. Where can people find your YouTube stuff, Anir?
So yeah, as you can probably tell, if I can move rightly, I'm a Bristol City fan. So I love Mark Ashton a lot. Just have to throw that in there. Yeah, I have
unnecessary.
YouTube.
I'm literally giving you a chance to plug, and you're slandering Mark Ashton at the same time.
Just gotta.
He's even more Marmite than Southgate. Carry on.
Yeah, it's called AH Robbins Talk. And yeah, just general Bristol City stuff, match previews, match reviews. Try to go to the games. So yeah, if you can subscribe on YouTube. If you want a bit more entertainment, that'll be me on Twitter. Lee Johnson slander, as Ben rightly pointed out.
Is he getting the Fleetwood job? Is that happening?
I think so.
Amazing! Can't wait.
You can tell they're desperate. But yes, yeah, you can find me on YouTube and Twitter for my content.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on, Anir. I'm sure you've all agreed. Beautifully spoken, very smart guy. So you could do a lot worse than go and check out his channel. Anir, enjoy the second half, fella.
Cheers, mate.
Take care. Right, we are back out after halftime. There you go. Thanks for the halftime show. Very good. And if you think you can step up, hit the join button. You have to go in the join in tier, not just the donate tier. And you can get involved at halftime, like Anir did. Obviously, vetting process on my behalf as well, having built up my channel and not wanting anyone to say anything crazy when they're on it, which would be terrible. Right, we are into the second half. Ukraine 1, England 1. Zinchenko with the opening goal. Kyle Walker with the equalizer. There was a substitution there at half time, and I wasn't paying nearly enough attention. But thank you, ITV, not ITV, got them on the brain, Channel 4, for flashing up that it was Serhii Krivtsov who came on. Can't for the life of me tell you who came off, though. Maybe someone will tell me in the chat. There's going to be lots of substitution chat until we, if and when, we can get the second goal. Rashford on Bellingham off. Get your thoughts in on substitutions. Get your thoughts in on Southgate as well, if you want. Please, of course, no need for personal insults. Just give your view on his football management. And we will put as many of them up on the screen as we can. Thank you for the support. Really great numbers this afternoon. Didn't say anything controversial about Lee Johnson. Course not. Yeah, do go and give Anir a subscribe as well. Right. Rice is on the ball. We'll try and do the teams in just a second. I don't know why I'm assuming England are going to zip up the pitch at breakneck speed and create a chance, but I will just stick with this attack. No, I won't. Nothing's going to happen, is it? It was Matvienko went off. Busan in goal. Konoplia Zabarnyi. So Matvienko out and Krivtsov in. Mikolenko left back. Zinchenko, the goal scorer. Stepanenko is the midfield. Tsigankov, Sudakov, who did really well for the goal, didn't he? Mudryk and Yaremchuk up top. As Walker switches that back in to the centre. Let's stick with this for a second. Gay, Maddison, Chilwell back to Maddison. And as we're pinging the ball about in front of Ukraine, I'll read our team. Pickford, Walker, the goal scorer, Maguire, Gay, Chilwell, Henderson, Rice, Bellingham, Saka, Maddison, Kane. In goes the cross-headed goal was by Jude Bellingham. Easy gather for the keeper, though. Bouchan, their loopy header. 47.50 on the clock here. I am watching on Channel 4. Get yourself synced up. if you're watching on All 4 or anything of that nature on your smart TV, you might be a bit behind. We need pace and passion. Here is Stepanenko. And it goes to Knoplia. And back home. Now, Ukraine playing it around the back. England actually getting a press on for the first time in the game. And it works. Jay, I'm at the England game. The Ukrainians are lovely. Nice. £2 on the super chat. Thank you very, very kindly. You can support via super chat. Hit the join button as well. Hit like, comment, any support. Just interact however you see fit. Rice. Saka. Oh, poor ball knocked down the line. Looking for Henderson. See if I can get the dregs of this bottle of water out. Suspect Southgate's going to try and leave this as is until at least 60, 65. I don't envisage him making a sub before then, knowing what we know. Is Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank on the England stuff? Did look like him, didn't it? They would have played together at Middlesbrough, wouldn't they? Southgate and Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, whose last Burton team I saw were not very good. He probably checked out at that point, I think. In fact, I wonder if I saw one of his last games. Actually, to be fair, I saw Ipswich win at Burton, and Ipswich were well lucky. Burton could have taken the lead about 5 times in that game before Ipswich, in the end, scored. Part of the setup for the summer games too. There you go. Maybe a double switch, Henderson and Maddison off for Rashford and Phil. Yeah, get your substitute ideas. If we cover all the bases, someone is going to get it right in the comments. Free kick, England, which Maddison takes short. Walker clips in. Maguire heads goalwards just over the crossbar. No international game is easy, especially v Ukraine. A point will do. Southgate in. That'll be a popular comment, Mickey, if it's not sarcastic. Love Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank at the Borough. The hardest side foot shot I've ever seen, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. You get more power with his side foot than he could with his instep. Mudryk has left one on Maguire, has he? Who's gone down. In some discomfort. Sorry, I'm not using the studio lights, guys. So I'm just going to try and make that a little bit lighter, which just makes me look even hotter and sweatier. You're not here to look at me, are you? We're here for the discussion, right? The younger groups are starting to get the winning mentality. I fear Southgate still has the don't lose rather than we can win mentality. We need some Germanness about us. Agree with that pretty much, I think. Alex? Gay. Lovely ball into Maddison. Great pass that. Maddison out to Saka. Overlap by Henderson. Cross goes in by Henderson. Ooh. Bushsan, the keeper, gets a little finger on it. And then really good defending by Knoplia. It was a good cross by Henderson, wasn't it? Corridor of uncertainty. The ball changes direction. I mean, it's an all right cross. I'll take that back. But it's really good defending because he really has to adjust on the fly there. Maddison with the corner. Up it goes, punched away. And Mudryk gets it clear. If anyone wants to help James with his reading, calling me a con man, James, if only the title of this stream said Ukraine v England live Euro 2024 watch along stream. If only I'd literally written in the title what was happening and you bothered to read it, then you wouldn't call me a con man. Hey, James. We were always friends. Name that tune. I bet you can't. Jimmy was my hero as a young Leeds United fan. God, yeah, he was at Leeds, wasn't he? With George Graham, right? Here is Maddison. Oof, just let that run under his foot. Do not bite at the wums, pal. Oh, it's always fun to do one. Put him in the sin bin. Billy Joel, you are indeed correct. Great song that, Alex. Can't even remember what album it's on. Am I going to the Scotland game? I will not be going to the Scotland game, but I will watch it on here and we'll do a watch along if people want. And I'll write in the description that it's a watch along. Long ball in. I mean, it worked for Kyle Walker. It doesn't work for Ben Chilwell, who can't quite control that. 55 on the clock. Sweden hammering Estonia. Isak, one of the goals. That would have been a hell of a bit controlled by Chilwell. Throws himself at it full length. I've been good with the sin bin. We got rid of the sin bin because people told me off. Said it was against free speech, which I kind of agree with. Although I only did put people in when they insulted me. Well, no, I didn't actually. I put people in as a joke sometimes, but there you go. Billy Joel, there we go. We've got some Billy Joel fans. I went on the road. You pursued an education, James. You've been well behaved. Can't remember the words. Did you like your life? No. Will you ever change? It's a great song, that, isn't it? Will you ever write your masterpiece? Rice. Round the corner from Bellingham. Given away. Zinchenko knocks it back. Shot by Sudakov. Nearly got caught, actually, as he was hitting it. Kane hasn't been in this game. He's found it a struggle, but to be fair to Kane, when he did come back, he set up a goal, didn't he? I do feel a bit sorry for Kane sometimes in these England games. It's kind of not given a lot to play with, is he? Pep Guardiola, you think you take the England job? We'll take him, Joshua. We'll take him. Quite good at the old football management, isn't he? Maguire. Gay. Maguire. Aren't you the piano man, Ben? I am, but not compared to Billy Joel. I'm not. I tell you, he's the piano man. Maybe Elton John beats him. Not much in it, is there? Kane is the silent killer. Forget him at your peril. Well said. Henderson. Walker. Fizzed into Saka. Yeah, just struggling in the tight areas there. Couldn't get it onto Bellingham. Although here is Bellingham now. Nice turn. Oh, lovely ball by Bellingham. Little poke through. Saka cuts it back. Clever ball by Saka. Just tried to dink it up. He was offside. Calvin Phillips warming up. Conor Gallagher. Callum Wilson. I'm almost here to figure out what substitution would annoy the chat most. It would be Calvin Phillips for Jude Bellingham would annoy the chat most, wouldn't it? Love Calvin, but they won't. The chat, well, you tell me, won't consider that a progressive substitution. Here is Kane off Henderson's pass. Kane works it out to Saka. Saka got Henderson on the overlap. Saka comes inside, drills the shot, hits the bar. Keeper get a hand to that one? I'll wait for a replay. Let me know in the chat. Rice. Back out it goes to Henderson. Walker. Henderson. Rice. Rice inside. Maguire. Nice feet. Rice. And keep the pressure on. Ukraine pegged right back. Henderson. Saka. Maguire. Chilwell. Kane. Patient. Maybe too patient here. Maguire. Gray. Rice. Rice drives forward on to Maguire, and that is a foul. Excuse me, it wasn't Maguire. Apologies to him. It was Chilwell who made the foul. So that was either unlucky from Saka, who hit the bar. I've got a feeling the keeper got a hand on that. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, rubbish tackle by Chilwell, that on Stepanenko. Yeah, he does get a little fingertip on that, doesn't he? Depends if winning a World Cup is something Guardiola wants to achieve. I'm sure he does. We need pace and aggression. Put a striker on. I think we all know that ain't happening. Not yet, anyway. Here is Kane. He just managed to get him on the ball. Go figure, things start happening. Saka, Walker did a hell of an underlap there. Henderson, Walker gets it in the end. Maguire. Gay. Chilwell, back to Gray. Rice. Back to Maguire. Do I think that would make him the greatest ever? Yeah, definitely. I think he might already be the greatest ever. Guardiola. Henderson. Bellingham. Rice. Out to Chilwell. Here's Phillips. Sorry, Phillips. Walker. Reading the chat. You're talking about Phillips. Maddison. Saka. Saka comes inside, drills the shot. Huge handball shout from the England players there. I think the referee is just talking to the VAR. Massive shout there. Is the referee getting a word in his ear? Could we be about to see a penalty? Kane, lovely ball out wide. Henderson. All the England fans are just hoping the ref's going to blow the whistle in a sec and go and have a look at his screen. Bellingham. Oh, and given away by Maddison. It's just ebbing away a little bit from Maddison this game now, isn't it? Although Kane's come into it a little bit more of late. Bellingham. Little one inside. Kane. As soon as I say that, obviously gives the ball away. Typical. Oh, Kane's got it back now in the 10 position. Kane comes forward. Kane strikes left foot. He drags it. Wide of the post. Can we get a look at that possible handball shout? I think we're about to, are we? 63-25 on the clock. Right, here we go. So it's Christoph on the floor. Now I need to remember my rule wording. There's something in the wording about the hand between the floor and the body, which would account for the first bit of that ball hitting the arm, but then the arm comes away like that. So I'm surprised that hasn't been given for the second part of that. I don't remember what was in the wording, but I remember studying it once where you are exempt if you're literally, that's a natural position there. But when the arm comes out like that, I think maybe he gets away with it because the arm's between the floor and the body, like it says in the word. I don't know if anyone can bring the wording up and quote me that. I'm sure I saw something when I was looking on iFab once. Anyway, it's not been given. So I guess the VAR says his arm is in a natural position there. There's no question it hits it. The replay shows that. And I guess they're arguing that if it goes from the arm between floor and body and moves away, what can he do in the meantime as he's falling down? And that is a natural position. Moving on, 65 on the clock, and we have substitutions for England. Marcus Rashford and Phil Foden in. There you go. Let me know your thoughts on the subs. I must admit, I was too busy babbling on about that possible handball. I didn't see who went out. I think Bellingham was one of them. Possibly Maddison. That's me guessing, though. Yeah, Henderson's still there. So I think I'm right in saying, forgive me if I'm wrong, I think I'm right in saying that it's Bellingham and Maddison out, Rashford and Foden in. So Saka is still in. So maybe Foden is going to play in the 10 position, which I'm sure James Maddison would have enjoyed playing in. Corner comes in from the Ukraine, headed away by Harry Kane. And I think I missed it as well. So I'm having a nightmare. Yaremchuk out for Ukraine, the number 9. And who came in? Oh, sorry, double sub. Dovbyk and Sidorchik both came in. So I think Dovbyk is going to be up top the 11. Here is Tsigankov down the right. Knopfler ahead of him, and England win it back. Rice knocks it forward, given away. Let me know what you think of these subs there. We haven't done one for a while. Shall we do a like spike? Let me just hit refresh on the other screen, see how we are doing for likes. 96, okay. Let's do a like spike. So hit like when I say go and see if we can take us over 100. You've got 9 seconds. If you haven't already, everybody hit the like button. Go. Thank you kindly if you've just hit like. Rashford coming forward, feeds that to Kane down the left-hand side. Kane just comes back up the wing, knocks it back to Gay, and we are on 108 likes. I thank you all super, super kindly as the ball goes out of play. Bukayo Saka looks a frustrated fella. One of England's stars in recent games. We don't want to see him looking frustrated. Hey, unless he's like Rooney used to be, where the more frustrated he got, the better he played. Or rather, the more angry he got, the better he played. Mudryk coming in off the left. Rice, excellent. Takes it off him. The ball is back with Pickford, who goes long. Sorry, I'm just writing down those subs. These Ukrainian names aren't friendly on my bad pronunciation. 104, says Saxon Rascal on the likes. Unbelievable. 112, there you go. It's going up. Feel sorry for Eze. He won't get much game time for England. He's on the bench. Maybe we'll see him. Who knows? Although here comes Zinchenko down the right. Zinchenko wants to go on the left, knocks it outside to Sigankov. That's a corner, isn't it? There shouldn't be any doubt about that. And Ukraine have a corner there. Zinchenko, quality player. Just wondered if he had a right, go down the right outside there and a right foot shot in his locker, then could he have taken more advantage of that? We'll find out from the corner, which goes in near post. Dangerous looking one. Great tackle by Rashford on the edge of the box. Rashford foul. Referee lets the advantage go. Here is Saka. Saka comes inside and he's got Kane with him. Kane into the box. Right-footed cross by Kane. Excellent break by England. Really good play. And Mykolenko looks made up to have made that clearance. Really good corner that, wasn't it? Into the near post. I think it was Chilwell just lost his man on the near post. Great tackle by Rashford on Mudryk on the edge of the box. It's a corner for England, but Mudryk is still down actually after that tackle by Rashford, which was a good tackle. The doctor is coming on. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to do a roll call. So all I want you to do when I hit the button, don't do it yet, is just type the name of the team you support in the chat. Don't do it yet. Wait until I hit roll call and you've got 15 seconds to do it. And we'll try and give a shout out to all the teams we support. So if you can, right now, you've got 15 seconds in the chat. Hit the name of the team you support. It is roll call time. So, roll call time here on the stream. We'll wait for this England corner to come in and then we'll give a shout out to all of your teams. Maguire heads goalward, easy guide. I will start off and we'll give a shout out to the mighty Ipswich Town and Leeds, Fulham, Leeds, Bristol City, Leeds, Norwich, Forest, Oldham. Great shout. Leeds, Millwall, Villa, Liverpool, Wolves, Coventry, Forest, Burnley, Norwich, Forest, Birmingham, Swansea, Leeds, Swansea, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Birmingham, Norwich, Pompey, Millwall, Leeds, Brentford, Plymouth, Rotherham, Argyle, Leeds, Rotherham. Bloody Leeds always have the most fans, don't they? You've got to love them, haven't you? They are everywhere. A few more. Birmingham, Chelsea, Leeds. Okay. And this is carnage now because Shaylee is in the chat. And apparently we are having Thai, which takes 45 minutes. What time shall I order, guys? Shaylee, my darling, you can order now if you want. No chance of extra time in this game. 72 minutes gone. The bigger question is, what should Shaylee order us for Thai? bear in mind, in the chat, you are getting more say than me. Big Birmingham presence here. Look at this. Birmingham. What should we have for Thai? I want one of those Matalan curry things, Shaylee, but I know I don't get final say. Say hello to Shaylee in the chat as well. HQ of my house and my family. The legend. 73 gone. We've shouted out all your teams. See if there's any more come through. There you go, Leeds as well. Thai green curry. A couple of shouts there. What am I having to drink with it? I'd like some Asian beer, actually, Dave, if I'm having Thai. There we go. Never had Thai. You've got to get involved, James. Headed home. This is getting tight now. I've been fairly confident all game here that England are going to go on to win this, but we're now up to 74 minutes. Now you're talking. Look at that. Black cod. Good shout, Mickey. Good shout. Get your Thai shouts in. But can we have a goal, please? Come on, Kieran. You've got to catch me. Look at the effort. Look at the effort he's put in there. My balls are Richie. Oh, okay. It's a good effort. Thai green curry is the one, isn't it? Yes. Can't pronounce that beer, but I love it. Here is Zinchenko. Ukraine looking good for a point here, aren't they? Yes, Asahi beer. In fact, that's on deal at the garage down the road. Because our co-op up here, whenever it's a sunny day, they sell out a beer just like that. And we're coming up 7 o'clock, aren't we? Goodness me, looking forward to some Turkish food. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Guys, are England going to win this game? Do I need to put another poll in? What does the poll say? Back up in the chat. It's changing. 67%. Scoring draw, guys, on the poll. 13%. Well done, those people. They are right at the moment. Out goes Alexander Zinchenko, the main man for the Ukraine, and the goal scorer, giving it one of them. Here's his goal again. Nicely taken. Great third man run from central midfield. Look at that finish. Cool as a cucumber. Knows where the keeper's going, knows where the ball's going as well, doesn't he? Cream of some young... Oh, no, I'm not reading that. Oh, dear, I nearly got caught by that one. Well done, Saxon Rascal. Nearly caught me out. Ukraine go long from back to front from Bushan, the keeper. Big win by Maguire. Rashford. Chilwell. Stepanenko's gone down. Not for the first time. We hope he's okay. What is going on in the chat? I'm definitely not reading that, James. Saxon Rascal nearly caught me out with that absolute no comment. In fact, should we put Saxon Rascal in the Mark Ashton sim bin? No, because he nearly caught me out, didn't he? Up the Celtic. Yeah. I usually try my best to stand up for poor old Southgate while you lot are all telling him off. But, yeah, not great today, has it? I mean, we'll still qualify. But, yeah. I'll struggle to stand up. But, hey, 77 on the clock. The winner could still come. Dovbik. Buliaski, who came on. Oh, Phil. He's been done there, hasn't he? There's the pullback on Baliaski. It's not a foul, is it? Foden quickly tries to get his hands up, but we'll give the Ukrainian Dark Arts, yeah, he's not foul at all, is it? Ref's been decent today, but he's got that one wrong, hasn't he? Well played, Bielski. Bielski. I can't do these Ukrainian names. I'm terrible, aren't I? Bielski. Does that work? Did Mudryk go off injured? Did he? Did I miss? No, he's still on 0cm. Cross goes in. Easy for Pickford, who was absolutely on flames, wasn't he, at Bramall Lane the other day? There's one in for the lightning quick Rashford. He's lightning quick, but he can't keep that one in. Just over here into the channel. Thank you for all of the support today. Apologies, England haven't played very well, have they? 78 on the clock. Can I just say, you guys have been bloody brilliant in the chat. Can be hard work watching England, can't it? And we need that debate to keep going, and you guys have been superb. So I thank you. Please do hit like. And remember, you can now hit join as well. We need to thank Mike, our friend, who became a member. If you do become a member, it's only £3 a month actually on the donate. If you join the join in tier, which is £5 a month, you can do what Anya did at half time and come and have your say live on the screen. Obviously, some vetting will need to be done before you come on the big channel like this and say something crazy. But yes, please do think about joining up. Help support the channel. Michael, Ben, agree with Bellingham going off and keeping Hendo on. Probably just about, Michael. I think Henderson's played closer to his potential than Bellingham has. So yeah, I'm not got too much of a problem with that call. Other opinions are valid. Get them in the chat. That's not to say the substitutions worked. Haven't been able to get Foden on the ball in dangerous positions or Rashford running at the Ukraine backline. We're into the last 10 minutes, guys. Mudryk, that's such good defending that by Kyle Walker. He is an absolute physical specimen, Walker, isn't he? To look at him, you don't think he's going to be the fastest right back in the history of the game. But look at that. Mudryk's quick, isn't he? Walker just stands across, shepherds him out. Easy. What a player. We need more Blues members, so I'm not the only one. To be fair, John, the Birmingham fans have been on it this season with the support on the channel. Helps that we got their manager on. If you haven't seen that, do check out. We had John Eustace on with me and Sam Parkin on Thursday, which was quite the privilege to have I never thought I'd say it. We've got a championship channel. We had an actual championship manager on the channel, which I'm so pleased about. England look awful now, disjointed with no Snape. Can see us go, please, John. Please, no. Ukraine 1, England 1 is not ideal, given our expectations, but Ukraine 2, England 1 is even worse. Self-explanatory. This is a great stream. Well, thank you, Norwich City, a FIFA story. I still think we win this. I blooming hope you're right, Paul. And you're definitely right about Kyle Walker being class. How many major medals must people like Kyle, this Man City bunch, have won now? Has anyone been at Man City right the way through? I suppose it's been too long now, hasn't it? I'm trying to think. Those boys must have so many medals. It's not even funny. Wouldn't surprise me to concede a late Ukraine goal. Please, no. Yeah, we just have fun in the chat when we're playing. So, well, fair enough, James. James, thank you. Was it you the other day who was super chatting for fun when Eustace was on? Thanks so much for that. Thoughts on Enzo Fernandez? Yeah, like him a lot. Scott Carson. Yeah, right. Oh, that's a great shout. We'd like to see peak Henry vs Walker. Yeah, that would be a hell of a battle, wouldn't it? Ryan Giggs as well versus Kyle Walker in their primes. My God. You want to think of any other left wingers? I mean, he had a good game against Mbappe. It was Griezmann and Giroud. Here comes Chilwell into the box. Chilwell crosses. Good block by Zabanyi, the Bournemouth man. That's a foul on Rashford. Free kick to England. Wasn't you, James? Was it Jack? I knew it was someone beginning with a J and a Birmingham player on their badge. Rashford wins the foul easily there on Canoplia. Buys it somewhat. Chelsea, Hazard. Yeah, God. Is Hazard retiring? Is that right? And if he is, how old is he? Yeah, sorry, James. I think it was either another Birmingham fan called James or a Birmingham fan called Jack. Can't remember. The Ukraine fans are having a lovely old time. They've all got the lights up on their phones, plural. Oh, Ginola, God, stop it. Yeah, Walker's pace wouldn't have made any difference against Ginola, wouldn't it? Would it? Because he would have just stopped and taken him on, wouldn't he? Do you think Southgate picks squad numbers? Should be a sign. Oh, free kick goes in, palmed away. Rice recycles, touched on. Oh, Maguire is too slow getting to it. Oh, that's a good chance. I know it's stating the obvious, but if that's Rashford, he's that bit quicker and he just pokes it into the net. Maguire's going to get booked for that. I mean, Maguire was slow and didn't get to the ball first, but surely that's not a yellow card, is it? Or am I being biased? You tell me. Fair enough, he was slow to the ball there, Maguire, but it didn't look like a yellow card, did it? Let's see if I'm wrong. Free kick was a lovely delivery from Rashford. Keeper's, well, he does well, actually. I'm going to say it's a bit flappy. Maguire's just slow to it. It's absolutely never a yellow card, is it? Surely that should be rescinded, shouldn't it? Unless they've booked him for diving to try and win a penalty. But there you go. Booked for being Harry Maguire. Booked for being in the starting 11. It wasn't a yellow card. Ginola was too good looking to be that good. Yeah, he was quality, wasn't he? What a player. Saka out. Huffed and puffed a bit. We just used to. Conor Gallagher is in. Last Hail Mary. I guess Foden's going to go out wide now for England. We have such high standards for Saka, don't we? We expect him to get a goal or an assist in every game. Walker versus Dino. Are we talking Ronaldinho there? Yeah, God. Don't make me go and watch any more Ronaldinho compilations on YouTube. Harry Kewell. It's a blast from the past. I hear he's none too popular with the Leeds fans now, Paul. 86 on the clock. Where are we getting a new a winner from? I don't know. Jay Coyle, you absolute hero. I think Jay was a Patreon member as well. Back in, well, in fact, I know he was. Great supporter. Thank you so much, Jay, for your support over the years and for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you, Jay. Just hit join like Jay and Mike have done today. Really grateful. Thank you both guys so much. And hopefully we can get, well, I know those guys are good for it. Both of them on in a watch along talking at half time. You don't have to. It'd be lovely to have your say. And certainly join the roundtables as well, which have been great fun on Patreon. Anyway, come on, England. Bloody score. Walker, Rice, Henderson. I'll start getting annoyed at 90 minutes, I promise. Henderson again. Chilwell. Rashford trying to pierce it all the way through. The OG dearly departed sponsor. Yes, you were, Jay. Thank you so much, mate. And thank you for getting back involved. Here comes Walker. I think Mudrik's down again. Walker comes inside. Foden. They're playing as inverted wingers now with Foden on the right and Rashford on the left. You know it's getting bad when Ben's getting agitated. John, I've got to stay calm, haven't I? Mudrik gives it one of those and says, I want to come off. He has been in the wars, bless him. David, thank you so much. £2 on the super chat. Thanks for the Eustace interview. Mate, that was my absolute pleasure. What an honour to have a current championship manager on. So, yeah, my pleasure. Mudrik might go off injured now. Yeah, I think he's done, isn't he? That's a good angle, Paul. No one can disagree with that, can they? Draw a good result keeps Italy out of the qualifying places. We've already beaten Italy, though, Paul, haven't we? Rick. Heart goes out to the Ukraine, but on the football pitch, we should be thrashing them. 89:30. Let's play guess the stoppage time. Let me know how many minutes stoppage time you think there's going to be. Probably not that many, will there? Lasagna. We sounded like I said lasagna. No disrespect to the Ukraine number 20. Let me know how many minutes stoppage time would Italy be in the playoffs. I think they would be, wouldn't they? We are going to get. I'm only going to put right answers up when we see what it is. As Mudrik trots off. I've had so many misspeaks today. Appalling. Thank you for being so patient with me. How many minutes stoppage time then, Channel 4? You're going to tell me? In goes the diag from Walker. Love Walker, but that's poor. Straight into the keeper's arms. Well, he knows, doesn't he? He's holding his head. Apologises. +4. Who got it right? Here we go. James is a hero. Anir is a hero. Anyone else? CNR is a hero. Mickey is a hero. Anyone else is lying because it's already come up. Yeah, poor performance then by the look of it. Unless, I mean, still a poor performance, unless England can get themselves a goal in stoppage time. Ukraine are probably value for a point, actually, aren't they? There you go. Do you agree with me on that? Are the Ukraine actually value for their point here? 12 is a multiple of 4. I'm going to put your comment up, Jacob, for the most tenuous argument. You deserve it. There you go. None. Is that what you wanted, Stevie? Because the game's not been that interesting. Make sure you hit like, because I know you're going to zip off when it goes full time. How are we doing for likes, by the way? Here is Henderson. Cross goes in. That's going to flip up in the air and be an easy gather for Bouchan in goal. What's the other screen? Tell me about the like count. 127. That is outstanding, guys. I'm not even going to ask for any more. I'm happy with that. Southgate's saying something to do with thinking. Don't know what that means. A stunning performance. In fact, yes, a point is a fair result. How many on the poll said scoring draw? It's moved. 15% of you. Take a bow. I voted for England win. I was wrong. Well done if you got that one. 4 minutes and I'm off for more thrills watching paint drying. Yeah. Not looking forward to the Scotland game. We'll put a poll up, Jay, and see if people want to watch along for the Scotland game. I'd like to do it. I'm probably going to watch it anyway if I can get permission from Shaylee. 92:40 on the clock. And it is now dawning on me that we are definitely not winning this game. Pickford, he's done nothing wrong, has he? Kyle Walker got the equalising goal in the first half. Remember, England had all of that ball, all of that possession, but they went behind and haven't been able to get the second goal. Rice, Chilwell. At least we can watch England struggle in the rugby. Is that on after this? Starting college on Monday. Well, good luck with that, James. In goes to Gallagher. Gallagher curls the shot, blocked by Christoph. And we are 20 seconds away from the end of minimum stoppage time. Maguire. Gallagher. Last attack this of the game. Nice ball by Gallagher out to Foden. Foden crosses in, headed away. I don't think there's time to take this corner, is there? There shouldn't be. No. It's all over, ladies and gentlemen. And fair play, because they probably deserved it. Ukraine won. England won. Let's have a look at the qualification table, which will still look fine, to be fair. But not the ideal performance, not the ideal result. Can I get a live league table? Yes, I can. There we go. Have a look in the middle there. England move on to 13 points from 5 games. Remember, they did beat Italy. Ukraine have 7 from 4. England will still almost certainly qualify for the Euros, but their first dropped points of the qualifying campaign. Still unbeaten, I suppose. Well, absolutely, Jacob, whose glass is very much half full. Yeah, we are off in a minute. Thank you for joining us, Stevie. Thank you, everybody. Can we not qualify? I don't think we can not take something miraculous. Ukraine, Italy winning all those games and probably a string of defeats. Let's have a quick look at the numbers before we go, if you're even remotely asked after all of that. I just want to see what the England attacking data says today. And I mean, it is what it is. 1.39 XG, one big chance. How many shots on target is that? All stats. Will it be down here? There you go. 4 shots on target in the game from 68% possession. Not a good performance, put it that way. But you guys were spectacularly good in the live chat. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit like before you go. Thank you for everybody's comments. Thank you for your likes. Huge thank you to Mike and Jay for becoming members, and JJ and David for their super chats. But really appreciate hanging out with you this afternoon stroke evening. Wasn't a great game. I am going to drink a beer and have some Thai food. I'll put your thank yous and stuff up down here. And I will see you all. We've got hot takes tomorrow. That's a pre-record. That's already in the can, by the way. That'll be up at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We will watch along on Tuesday, Scotland, or is it Monday? We'll be here anyway. And I hope to see as many of you as possible there. But I cannot promise the riveting entertainment value on the pitch that maybe we got in the chat today. Right, see you all very, very soon. It was Ukraine 1, England 1.